Since you and And have both gone off in the same game, like what's the feeling like when you two both get it going like you did tonight?
It's obviously great to hit shots, but I'm happy, that we picked up our defense, and our defense did a good job of winning us this game tonight. So offensively, of course, it's great to hit some shots, but being able to fall back on our identity and our standards defensively found our way to win.
Well, it seems like the offensively sometimes as a team's a little slow coming out in the first quarter, but then it's like to start the third, it's the total opposite. Why is that? Why do you think coming out of the break, the offense is so much more crisp than coming out of the tip?
I think it's credit to the coaching staff. I think they do a good job of preparing us for adjustments and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just think in the third quarter we understand the game a little more. We understand how important that third quarter is. I think that's setting the tone early on in the second half. I think we've been doing a really good job of that, where we impose ourselves into the game and find ourselves in a good spot for the rest of the game.
It seems like teams have so many different ways to try to defend you guys, like what do they want to do to try to take you away, what they want to do to try to take Ant away. Once you have that information, does that make like the second half an easier
For sure. I think, obviously adjustments, like I said, matter. But you got a whole half to kind of see how the defense is going to play. You've probably seen them switch their defense about 4 times. So you kind of get an idea of what their kind of the bag they're walking in with as a defensive unit and a defensive game plan. So you kind of already gather your counters. You understand kind of also things that are going to work better. You also understand maybe it's not the night you're to be the shooter. You're going to be the passer. You're going to be the facilitator. So I think there is a point to that as well.
Did you get a sense coming in that you were going to have opportunities first, basically, that you had a matchup that was going to
I don't walk in with that kind of idea any day. I just walk in with trying to find a way to win. So today was one of those days, being aggressive helped us win. So I just walked in thinking, how can I help my team win? How can I be the best version of myself? And how can I always bring energy?
Can you feel it when your defense is grinding a team down?
I think you could just see kind of in the shots, kind of seeing them. I feel they, give credit to them, their number one offense, and I think they showed it tonight as well. They made some tough shots. They were making us pay for any mistake we made. I feel like we did a great job of just staying, disciplined as best as we could against a team like that, and finding ways for them to get some in and outs, get some shots that were going in the first quarter, got short in the third, fourth. I think I was really happy about in the second half. I don't know what the numbers are. I was on the game, so the feeling of I have to go off of, but we did a great job of not allowing them to get second chance points in the second half, because the first half they were really getting to. That was causing a lot of problems for us.
It seems like a lot of your signature wins this year have been increasing dysfunction by the other team in the third and fourth quarter.
I think the Spurs, when you've seen the Spurs win all these championships and stuff, what we always talked about from media to players was their discipline, offensively and defensively, and sticking to their game plan and to their gun. So I think we just, like I said, did a great job of, no matter how well they were scoring, especially in the first half, or how well we were not shooting well in the first half, we just kept finding ways to keep the scoring total low and just try to minimize the bleeding as much as possible until we figured it out.
Karl, a few years back, it wouldn't be all that uncommon that you would shoot 25 shots in a game. Obviously, this is a different roster.
25?
Yeah, 25 tonight. I'm just kind of curious, what that process has kind of been like, of knowing that you are a main part of the offense, but not the only one, and then the role can swell and shrink.
Yeah, not the sun, but you're one of the planets.
I like that.
Yeah, just I think I've shown in my career I'm willing to sacrifice whatever it takes to have to make this team win as many games as possible, and to have this team be the best version of itself. So every year I have been presented with a new challenge from my rookie year to now. So we got a lot of great players in here, and my job is to figure out how to obviously be aggressive and maximize my talents for the team, but also in those talents, how can I make everyone better? And some nights won't be nights you get 25 shots, you may get 5, you may get 6, you maybe get 8, but just got to be the best version of myself every day.
Do you think your game is more well-rounded than you've ever been before in terms of kind of sanding away a lot of the weaknesses?
Experience teaches a lot. So just experience, seeing these guys for another year helps a lot too. I haven't kind of had that kind of that gift, that treat in my career here in Minnesota many times. So pretty good.
Carl, you were at the
tonight, you had 9 baskets in the first half. All of them were 2-pointers. Was that part of the game plan, or did that kind of just occur organically?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was the only shots, because I definitely shot a 3 and I thought I made it and I didn't go in, but I attempted one at least. So I don't know. It's just like I said, I'm taking what the defense gives me. I thought that I could impose my will inside and do some damage, and baskets kept falling. No reason. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Carl, you were at the free throw line in the fourth getting MVP chance, and Ant was like waving his hand to the crowd. And I mean, do you feel like you two cheer for each other, I guess, as much as any star teammates do? I guess the way that you're in each other's corner, I guess.
I mean, I just want to see him reach his potential, and my job being here so long and kind of being a vet now is just try to do whatever I can for him to reach his potential, and that's what I got to do. So I support him fully, and the support he not only provides us, but our team, teammates, every single one of us is contagious. So we're very blessed, honored to have him on AE one day. I like the shoes a lot, honestly. I've been telling him all day about it. But we all we got at the end of the day. I can tell you that from firsthand experience. So being here, so I just appreciate that. When you got someone like that who's on your side and your teammates all back you up, especially for what I've been through, it means a lot.
Up to 2 Zoom questions.
We'll go with Jim and then Christos. Jim, go ahead.
Hi, Karl. Karl, I was just wondering what you make of the play-in series last year in the Western Conference. Are you a big fan of it, and do you think it opens up more opportunities for teams in the lower half of the Western Conference to make the playoffs? Obviously, you weren't in the reckoning this year, but if it goes ahead this year, is it something that you're in favour of?
The play-in tournament?
Yeah.
Shit, forget the play-in tournament. I don't want to even deal with that. I just want to go straight to the playoffs. So we try to get in those top 8 teams and not even have to deal with all of that. That's the real goal, but we got to get in that way, and then we got to do what we got to do. But obviously the goal is not to have to deal with those situations and get some good rest before the playoff run.
Yeah, and finally for me, Karl, in terms of your own game, so many positive aspects to it. Is there any area at all that you still feel you can really develop and grow further?
What do you say? Right. Yeah. I've said this for all 7 of my years. I never feel that I've ever been a finished product, and I never felt that everything was at the best it could be. Every offseason I go in and I just try to be the sharpest I can in every aspect of my game. Obviously, this offseason, I focused a lot on my body and getting it ready for the grind. And also, I wanted to prepare my body more. Truthfully, I wanted to prepare for a playoff run. So I was getting my body prepared for the playoff run more than just the regular season. So you got to put the work in the offseason if you expect to be ready for the playoffs. I've been there once. I know what it is. Obviously, it saved me a lot from the injuries I had during that playoff run. So, it's all about planning for the future, and you got to give yourself a chance to succeed. You can't just hope that it happens.
Just